What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we're going to be talking about some budget guns. Today we're going to be talking about very reliable budget guns you could even bet your life on. For this list, I tried to pick some interesting guns maybe you guys have used or heard of, maybe some you haven't. Guns that are reliable, durable, and you could definitely use for self-defense if you need to. All these guns are going to be less than $1,000, and they're all going to be pretty affordable. We've tested all these guns and made sure that they're right for you, so if you're in the market for something affordable that you can trust and depend on, this is the right video for you. Now, before we get into this video, I do want to mention my Patriot supporters. Thank you guys very much. It's because of you guys we have ammo and guns and cool stuff on the channel, and for the last 10 years, you guys have been our biggest supporter, and we really appreciate you. If you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it. Just go to the link in the description below. Also in that description is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSS. Those kids could use your help, so please get on there and donate to those kids. That being said, let's get right into it with number 7 here, and that is the Ruger PC carbine. One of the most affordable and most reliable pistol caliber carbines on the market. The Ruger PC carbine is pretty good for everybody. If you're looking for a home defense gun, it's pretty good at that. If you're looking for a backpacking gun, they make versions that can split in half and you can fit neatly into a bag, which also works pretty good for a bag gun. You can use it for plinking on the range. You can use it for training new shooters. You can use it for hunting. You could use it for pretty much anything that you want to use it for. A traditional style 9mm pistol caliber carbine with a blowback operated system also uses Glock magazines, but it has inserts for multiple types of magazines in case you don't have a Glock. Maybe you have a SIG 320 or a Smith. You can use those magazines as well. They come in 16-inch barrels, but they also come in shorter variants also. They have a wide variety of sights and colors, and they take optics mounts right out of the box, which is great. Now, the gun comes for around $500, and not only is excellent for the money, but also is one of the best traditional style pistol caliber carbines. It doesn't have a pistol grip. It has a regular old stock, which sort of reminds you of the old days, back when things were simple. Other than that, as I mentioned, it is stupid reliable, and 9mm out of a 16-inch barrel has some ass to it, so it's going to be good enough for self-defense. Easily suppressible, and you can shoot steel targets up close. It's a fun gun to have. In at number 6, we have something a little bit different. Boop. Boop. A double-barreled shotgun. Joe Biden would be impressed. This is the Stoeger Coach gun. This is a double-barreled 12-gauge with 2 different triggers. Now, this is a pretty good gun if you're in the market for something simple and affordable that'll still do the job. Comes with 2 18-inch barrels, 1 sight, and 2 triggers. 1 trigger for each barrel. Now, these guns are awesome. Even though they're limited on capacity, they make up for it in the power department. You can fire anything from mini shells up to 3-inch mags through this, and you can have no issues whatsoever. Since it's a break action gun, you can use any type of ammo and it will function reliably, whether you're using birdshot, buckshot, or slugs. Now, if you're going to use slugs, remember the 2 different barrels are going to be a little bit different in point of aim, point of impact, so you're going to have to go out there, shoot some paper plates, and figure out where your gun is shooting. We have a tang safety, so it's good for right or left-handers, and basically a really good starting gun, so you new shooters can have something you guys can blast with.
This is kind of fun, I will admit.
Now, I like it because even though it's kind of a meme at this point, double-barrel shotguns are good at home defense. Don't get me wrong. Probably better to have 5 rounds as opposed to 2, but the average shots fired for a home defense situation that involves a 12-gauge shotgun is 1. So most likely, you have 1 to spare. The reason for that is because they're one of the most powerful firearms that exist on the market today, and 12-gauge will take care of pretty much anything, including grizzly bears, as long as you hit what you're aiming at. Super simple. Even new shooters can use it. You just break the action open, put 2 shells in, close it, and get to work. The gun comes for around $500, and it is extremely reliable considering there's not a lot that can go wrong with it. In at number 5, we have the Springfield Echelon. Now, the Springfield Echelon, the original gun, is running about $500 to $600 right now, and it is one of the better polymer frame striker-fired pistols on the market that you can get. If you're interested in Glock, you might want to check this one out instead. It has pretty good grip texture, it has an optics mounting system, it has really good sights out of the factory, and it has a fire control unit, so if you want to use different grips, you absolutely can do that. Now, a 9mm polymer frame striker-fired pistol is simple, it's reliable, it's durable, it has good capacity. You could carry this gun or you could use it for home defense, especially with an X300 on it like this one. Now, the Echelon is one of the most reliable pistols we've ever tested on the channel. We did a torture test on this that would make most people squeamish. We drugged this with my truck, we threw it on the concrete, we mud tested it, we did everything you could do to a gun, and this guy kept on ticking. Cool fire control system and an even cooler optics mounting system, so you can mount a whole bunch of different optics right out of the box. The Echelon is certainly great for the money and a good self-defense gun as well. Now at number 4, we have an old classic, the Beretta M9. There's tons of models of the Beretta M9. We're mainly talking about the original, but the M9A4 is my favorite model if you're looking to get something with all the bells and whistles, including an optics mount and a rail for a light. Now the Beretta M9 is a gun a lot of people overlook these days, but I'm not sure that you should, especially if you are looking for a reliable, durable semi-automatic gun for a good price. The basic model of the Beretta M9 can be had for around $450 all the way up to $650 these days, depending on where you're located, which is a great price for a gun with a track record like the M9. It's a 5-inch double single action 9mm pistol with removable grips and lots of options. It was used in the United States military from 1982 all the way up to the late 2010s and is still used by many branches today. Comes with a 16-round magazine and parts and accessories are easy to find. One of the most reliable, time-tested firearms on the market today. The Beretta M9 would be good for home defense, it would be good for concealed carry, and it's really fun to shoot at the range. So if you're looking for sort of a do-it-all pistol that's on the large side, the Beretta M9 is a absolute great choice. Now in at number 3, we have another Ruger, and that is going to be the Ruger 5.56 rifle. One of the best AR-15s we've ever tested under $1,000. The Ruger 5.56 is what I would consider the budget rifle gold standard. It has standard controls, standard features, and a mil-spec receiver. It has a mid-length gas system with a 16-inch 5.56 barrel and an A2 flash hider. I actually have mine tricked out with the Wooks furniture, which makes it look pretty cool. However, yours will not have that out of the box. But what it will have is incredible accuracy for the money. We were able to hit at over 400 yards with no issues, and the gun has been 100% reliable with any ammunition in any magazine that we've tried, which is extremely impressive. If I had to depend on an AR-15 under $1,000, the Ruger 5.56 would be right up there in my choices, and it doesn't get mentioned a lot, so I figured I'd give it some love. In at number 2 is sort of my questionable pick, and the reason for that is because it's a budget gun only for its category. In at number 2, the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol. Now, this gun is around $800 to $900, making it the most expensive gun on the list. That being said, it's actually still pretty cheap for a semi-automatic tactical shotgun. In the realm of the Beretta 1301, the Benelli M4, and the Genesis, this gun is about half the cost of those, but still performs almost as well. I've shot these back to back with the 1301, and there's barely any difference whatsoever. It has a phenomenal action, it's extremely reliable, it holds 7+1 of 12 gauge, and since it's made in the United States, you don't have to buy a stupid extension to get it, it gets it out of the factory. It has some pretty awesome ghost ring sights with a fiber optic front, 18-inch barrel with M-LOK slots on the forend, and a Picatinny rail so you can add optics. Good trigger, good safety, and probably one of the best semi-automatic tactical shotguns on the market, and you can have it for less than $1,000. Phenomenal home defense gun, and even a pretty good WROL gun. If you're interested in defending your home and you want to do it with a semi-automatic shotgun, but you don't want to pay a lot of money, the A300 Patrol is probably the best out there. And finally, at number 1, man, when I think of bet your life, I still think of this guy, the Glock 34. Now recently we had been pricing the Glocks and they have been coming down in price a little bit. Pretty questionable to call it a budget gun, but if you're looking at the Gen 3s and Gen 4s, you can find some pretty good deals all the way down to around $550. The Glock 34 is my favorite Glock, so if I'm picking a Glock, I'm picking this guy. This is the 5.5-inch 9mm Glock pistol. It has a striker fired action, and it is one of the most reliable handguns on planet Earth. I used to shoot competition with this gun. This gun used to be my home defense gun for years, not this Gen 5, but I have multiple variations of this, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to do any better for a home defense pistol than the Glock 34. You can also carry it in a pinch as well, which is super nice because even though it carries a hefty capacity of 17+1, the gun itself is extremely lightweight at only around 24 ounces, even with that very impressive barrel, with the added velocity, added accuracy, and sight radius that you get with the Glock 34. Now, my favorite part about the 34 is not just that you get added velocity, added sight radius, but you you get a very controllable recoil impulse, which has made it a fan favorite for competitors all over the world. And if it's fast, accurate, reliable, and durable, it's also those things for home defense, which is why I chose it for home defense for years, and I think you probably should too. Now, what's your list for the budget guns you choose to bet your life on? Please put it in the comment section below, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please stop by Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.